So, hello and welcome. We're here with Vivienne Chauvet. I'm Julianne.
And I'm Prageet from the Stargates.
So, we're going to be exploring today the theme of our Blue Mountains workshop, which we're calling The Great Awakening. And we want to start today by talking about why that is.
And basically, there's an incredible power in Australia, which is ready to be released into the world because the energetic of Australia is going to be assisting in the great awakening of humankind. So, Vivienne, what would you like to add to that? Because, as many of you know, Vivienne is an Arcturan embodied in this human form and has a great perspective.
Well, thank you very much. I am super excited about this very unique workshop. And it ties up also with the ascension. And we feel like this like grand rising. It's been on a global consciousness level. But there's something magnificent about Australia, the grids and the potential that's been locked down for a very long time, repressed. And so we're going to support that release globally and throughout the entire planetary grid system. And imagine the force, the energy that we're going to be releasing all together. So your presence there will be very instrumental to really add to the magnitude of that release, whether it's to the land, whether it's on historical level, whether it's to the new earth template that is rising and reflecting into the new cosmic human template into ourselves. And how we are also opening on a conscious level to embrace more ourselves on a cosmic and universal level, plus to embrace the Pleiadian connection. And we know that we're going to also bring the High Council of the Pleiadians, the ancient ones, that presence through the Seven Sisters right into Australia. And so we're calling all of you right now and feel the calling at the heart level in your soul, knowing that we've been preparing this for a very long time and here we are now, which is really exciting.
So, we're going to be in the Blue Mountains for 4 days. And in that time, we're going to be bringing through many, many energetics, beings from around the whole and beyond, perhaps, the universe. And activating and reactivating the powerful energies that have been blessed to Australia for so long. And your indigenous have always held that energy, even though when people came from Europe and beyond, the repression that happened there and the shutting down of consciousness, we are there to reawaken. We've been doing this work around Europe, Africa. We're about to energize the Azores with Lemuria and Atlantis, and then we're coming to Australia, and we're calling all those people who feel aligned to support the awakening of humanity. Because what's going to be happening in Australia as the lower frequencies are removed and as the Uluru center is awakened. So we invite you to help prepare for this in the Blue Mountains.
And this is really why we're calling it the Great Awakening. It's because the Blue Mountains workshop is going to create this momentum and this energy field that we're going to then take to Uluru. And there is a very ancient portal in Uluru, and both our guide Alcazar and Vivienne have been talking about the impact that this reawakening, this reactivation of this ancient portal is going to have on humanity. Our guide Alcazar literally said it's going to uplift the entire planet. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, let's do it.
And that's very much in line with what Vivienne has been saying.
Yeah. So, Vivienne, do you want to share a few words about what your team has been saying?
Absolutely. So, as part of an Arcturian civilization, we represent many voices in terms of the ancient civilizations that are part of this multiverse. So, the importance of the reawakening, even through Uluru, this millions of year old portal, put in place with such precision at a time by the ancient ones like the Pleiadians, knowing that when the time comes in the timeline and the reascension will come on a global level, there's enough energy on the planet from all of us together to really make it happen. So it's the same phenomenon we did last year at the Sphinx with the ancient archives when the Guardians returned through a multitude of temples and portal that we reactivated and aligned in a very specific frequency level. And we're going to continue our work now right on the land in Australia. It's been a huge calling. We've been preparing this for a very long time and we have reached that momentum. So the historical significance of this reactivation through Australia, the grids, and the sacred mount of Uluru, it's beyond words. So we invite all of you to really feel the calling and to join your light because you make a difference, whether it's in person and a live stream, you make a huge impact in it. And it's really together and we can finally naturally and organically shift into the natural timeline of ascension. And it is our time. And the intergalactics, the large delegations, many councils of light will be there to support us, in addition to the Aboriginals and those who've been guardians for generations to that most sacred site. So the workshop will be a wonderful, huge preparation, a prelude to the tour we're going to move into Uluru. And if you can only make it to the workshop, know that you're still contributing tremendously. So nothing is a pain anymore. Everything counts. It's all about the intention. It's all about the purity of us coming together. It's really about making an impact on behalf of an entire planet. So feel it in your heart.
Mm.
Absolutely. And we're coming together at this beautiful place called the Blue Mountains. And so it's going to be in nature, surrounded by these like lush forests. And so just take a moment and tune into that place because all of the nature spirits, we're going to be connecting with the Aboriginals already. We're going to be connecting to the land of Australia. And this vast portal of Uluru, we will already be starting to connect in with the consciousness there.
Mm. So we're calling for the upliftment of Australia, which will then energize the upliftment of the rest of us.
And Prageet and I are going to start out in Australia on the Sunshine Coast, and then Vivienne will join us for this workshop in the Blue Mountains. And then we're going to move to Australia. And so,
No, that's already Australia. You mean Uluru?
Uluru. So this is going to be kind of like the arc of how we're connecting in with the energies of the land.
Uplifting the grids, realigning them.
And for those of you who have just heard of us and you're totally new here, we want to say a little bit about these Stargate workshops and about how we work together with Vivienne and what you can expect. Like, what does this mean that we're supporting the upliftment and the awakening of humanity? How does that actually happen?
It happens through incredibly strong energetic work. We have a structure called a Stargate, which was given to me over 35 years ago now.
Yeah.
Here's a small version of it, but we will be bringing a 6.5-foot Stargate where we'll be working with the energetic of this structure. And this structure is an anchor for a higher dimensional consciousness. And so we link to that consciousness and it creates very strong, very beautiful, energetic fields, which increase your own vibration. And if you simply meditate with it in this group that's going to be happening, then your whole consciousness has the ability to shift. Your vibration can raise to a higher level and openings can occur. So we create these fields so that you're more open, more receptive, and more grounded also. And then when Vivienne brings in these higher dimensional energies and the various beings that she works with, together the experience is absolutely amazing.
So, Vivienne, we invite you to say a little bit about your work and your Arcturian delegation.
Absolutely. And it's very complementary when we come together to work in that collaborative effort. So, as an Arcturian being, I'm really a direct vessel for the transmission of the next frequency or the light codes that constantly come into the field of Mother Gaia's sentient field and into the grid system and the ley lines of the planet. So, we're really here to serve as a catalyst of acceleration to ignite these wonderful new codes for ascension, remembrance, helping you to really shift and rekindle with your own sovereignty. So it's really our presence on the planet through my physical presence really serve as a huge catalyst. And I'm a direct bridge. This is why I chose to have this hybrid even form. I'm one of the few interstellar beings who have chosen to utilize sacred ancient technology to have a physical vessel constructed so I can be on the planet with all of you. So combined together, the synergy is just amplified exponentially. And it really helps you to have your own experience, rediscovering your own gift, your connections, giving you more also support, guidance, and trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the difference that you make. And this is how we chose to serve this beautiful project, this beautiful historical project called Ascension. So really much when we come together, everything is amplified, and the waves that we create together goes well beyond this earth plane. It goes into the multiverse and really support a lot of other planetary system or other races are who are also at the verge of a huge awakening process. So think of it this way, that the ripple effect that you create has a multitude of deep, deep waves of positive help and repercussion into the universal field. So this is really momentum.
Yeah.
I can totally feel that.
It's 4 days of personal evolution supported by so many beautiful guides on all levels and dimensions,
The, be-
benevolent beings here to support humanity.
the beauty of the Stargate work is that the energy fields vibrate us and it allows our awareness to expand beyond the confines of our normal operating system. So people can feel subtle energy. Some people have their inner vision come online, their inner hearing, sensing touch, smell. Every sense we have in the physical dimension can start to open, and we can start to know deeply and intimately for ourselves this felt sense connection with the greater universe. And then as we're in those energy fields and we have somebody as powerful as Vivienne, who is who she says she is. Like when we first heard that she's calling herself a Octurian hybrid, we're like, okay, like we're all from beyond the earth. Like what's different? But what's different is that Vivienne has actual remembrance, and also her beingness is coming straight from Arcturus. And so she is holding, as she has said, like light frequencies. She's holding these archives of remembrance that as she speaks, it starts to reactivate our own remembrance. And so together, this combination of directly having that felt sense connection with the quantum field and having guidance from Alcazar, from Vivienne, to bring us back into this more universal galactic awareness is so profound.
It's remembering who you truly are. And so we're going to invite all of you hearing these words to join us for 4 days in the Blue Mountains in September to have a life-changing experience. Beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. As you have heard these words, it might seem almost impossible to consider that your presence in a small group gathering in the Blue Mountains can have such a powerful impact, not only on your own selves, not only on the country of Australia, but on the whole world. Beloved ones, you have forgotten who you truly are. And humanity is slowly in the process of awakening. Small percentage of people of humanity around the world are beginning to recognize that life can be far more than limited experiences that you are having right now. And so we are inviting you to this gathering. We are inviting you to actually experience an uplifting of your own awareness, your own understanding of who you truly are. You are far more than you know right now. The gift that is being offered is a gift of self-knowing. It is a gift of being accelerated on your own path to that which you often call enlightenment. Knowing who you are, knowing why you came to this beautiful planet so long ago. Because many of you hearing these words made a commitment eons ago to be here in the body at this time of rapid transformation of humankind and the elevating of your earth, Gaia, Terra, the elevating of her and the human consciousness to be welcomed back into the universe. Beloved ones, if you are touched by these words and the energies behind them, we invite you, come, be with us. Start to know more of who you truly are. Okay. So if you've been touched by this short recording, come join us.